got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're tryna go. Kill it and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The punter and kickoff man, Sam Martin, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
So don't say no.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, It's Elliott, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go, fellas.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Ready.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chris Johnson, 44 yards as his guys are on the board here. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come to Wild World.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. And that would be incomplete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
58, 52. Yeah, you don't want none.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bengals 14.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dallas Clark there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that time. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. Steps away to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Clark, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is caught, pulled in by Clark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Breeze, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Bengals. 53 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left side. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
You ready?
Here's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. The open man is Clark, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
To throw, it's Breeze. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Breeze under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darnell Dockett, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Breeze now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, on fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day, dog.
Again, it's Elliott. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch the block, Mike's your block.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one good for 33 and a first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Willie Brown. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going up top, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Rod Woodson with a pick, and a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Breeze going to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. On third and long, it's Breeze. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Breeze. And quickly to his tight end, Clark. That's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the medal lands. All they had to do was
what year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Another carry.